All right, good morning. Sorry for the delay. It's all coming together now. Takes a minute. Too many things to turn on and configure. Someone, when did I get the CarPlay? Oh man, almost since I built this thing. Been a while. I think I'll get the volume a little lower. Good morning, man. How are you doing today? I think finally we're all configured. Or not, because I don't see... You're not seeing the live stream, are you? So let's try a different button here. Let's see if it will go back. Okay, be right back. Went. Click the main again. And there we go. Kind of. Where is the gauge cluster? God damn it. There's always something in the morning. It's amazing. I'll be right back. All right, I guess it's working now. It's always a bunch of things to fix. From cameras to chat to laggy live streams. But it is what it is, and we'll survive. How's you guys doing this morning? Get the information on my cluster. So there's the music. That's consumption, and I want miles to an empty tank. That's a great idea, someone. I think I'm a little biased. But yeah, man. I'd say do it. Alright, so engine is started. Let's find a cargo, because I think I don't have anything. So let's go to Missouri. We're in Rowla. And we will go to... Ooh, that's too far. No. That's just within the state. Wyoming. It's been a while, but I don't think I want to travel that far. Iowa. Let's go to Iowa. That's set as a GPS destination. Just started. Welcome to the live stream. You live in North Carolina. I love North Carolina, man. And there we go. We have sound. Truck was muted. Yeah, I always forget. When I end the live stream, I usually mute the music and the microphone, and I forgot. But here we are. All right. Parking brake. Off. Check. We gotta do it like airplanes. One day I'm gonna live stream flying an airplane here. It's been a while. I used to fly real Cessnas up until last year. I gotta get back and get current again. Where am I right now in the game? I think I am in Missouri. Let me check. Because people ask me all the time and I never know where I'm at. I am in Missouri, I think. Yeah. I am in Rowla, Missouri, and I am going towards Iowa. Hey, bro. How you guys doing? We're light. It's fun to drive when the truck is light. An old crashed steamer with a perfect interior. You would be surprised. You can find those pretty easy at a junkyard, man. And if you have the room to put the whole frontal part of the car, I'd say go from the A pillar to the B pillar and cut the engine bay out, so you can put the car almost like even to the wall, That'd be pretty cool. I thought about doing this when I built this third iteration of the simulator here. This is the third version that I built, and when I built it, I literally considered, I asked a friend, he had a Volvo S60R that was just a parts car, and he needed to get rid of the, you know, what was left of it. So, yeah. Hey, JM. Sorry, I didn't even see you there. 90 degrees? Oh, dude, that's cute. Here in Florida, 90 degrees is like just another morning. Thank you, JM, for answering, people. Did I ever make you a mod there? I don't think I did I? Let me fix that right now as I park here at 42 Print. Tampa! Nice, I'm in Tampa too, Tampa Bay. Actually, I'm in Wesley Chapel, but pretty close, you know that. Alright, so let's check in. Enter. Hey, how you doing, dude? I don't know if I say for real or FRE, dude. I never know. If you want me to call you something different, just let me know. Yeah, we'll take this one. It pays better. All right, so where is it? You're the first like? Thank you, man. Hello, Mauro Diaz Fernandez. Oh, there it is. I see the little arrow. The little arrow. Go here, just down here. And let's back it up. All right, backing up, backing up. When I'm backing up, I'm looking at my other cameras. So just, you guys are wondering, other TVs, I'm sorry. Maybe I can't speak today. There we go. Here we are. Attaching to this beautiful trailer on my Volvo BNL. Let me get my friend JM. Where are you? It's jacket microphone. Jacket microphone. Is it? I know, but did I make you a modder? I can't find you. Can you comment on any video of mine, so just so I can select you and make you a mod? I've been meaning to do that and I always forget. Microphone VO. Can't find it. And by just JM, I don't think it'll find it. Account. Yeah. Maybe I'm not looking. Oh, I wasn't looking in the right place. So, jacket, microphone, VO. Found you. There we go. So let me click here. How do I make? Live settings. Modders, where's my modders? Because I can't just click on the screen, unfortunately, from here. Viewer ranking. It just goes to you. Where do I check the mods? Maybe at the studio. I was at the studio. It's annoying. Yeah, and I can't click. Let me see if I can click on you. What will it open? Now it just opens your messages. Yeah, we'll check it out later. Hey everyone, I just saw you guys. Yeah, West Coast kind of has an issue with the time zone here for me, because I start early and that's night for them. Am I in the US? Yes, I'm in Tampa Bay, Florida. Hey, how you doing, that? So let's go. We got the trailer. Let's get going. Do I also have Euro Truck Simulator? I do not. Oh man, I gotta install it. Everybody asks me about Euro Truck Simulator. I'll do that eventually. I'm tuned my car into a game. That's a new one, man. Rock Centaur. Do I need to fix anything? Mostly tires. We're at 8% on the tires. Yes, you should. You should try it, dude. Izik, привет. Доброе утро. Do I drive manual in real life, Tom? Yes, I do. In real life, I do have also the same car in manual transmission, which is a 6-speed manual transmission from Volvo. Well, the thing is, it's not even like something that deserves a medal. To be honest, I'm Brazilian. I was born in Brazil and I was raised in Brazil. And what does that mean? It means in Brazil, manual cars are just the norm, not the other way around. So everybody learns, or most people will learn how to drive in manual cars because there are not a lot of automatic cars in Brazil. So yeah, my first car was a Ford Escort, 1-liter engine. That was 5-speed manual transmission, so that's how I had to learn how to drive. And then my second car was a Chevrolet Omega, which in Europe I think it's called the Senator. It's an Opel car, and it was manual as well. 5-speed manual transmission, rear-wheel drive, pretty cool car. Supposed? Yes, we're supposed to. Sometimes they're confusing. Hey Loons, you're back. How you doing this morning? Yes, Daniel, unfortunately they're getting rarer and rarer. I had to drive to North Carolina to get the Volvo, the real car, not the simulator. And in fact the 6-speed manual transmission, or the trim better off, came from my car. So I found a brand new trim online from Volvo in the box, sealed, beautiful, shiny, and I put in my real car, and then I put the cars right here on the simulator. Well, I wish you luck in your quest to find an S60R with a manual transmission in Ireland, man. Thank you for the follow, Daddy Benjamin. Why don't you play games where you drive cars? It'll be so much cooler. I do play. Just because you're seeing me playing truck doesn't mean that I don't play the other games. It's just that for live streaming, Ranch, it's just a little better because I can read the chat, I can talk to you guys, I don't have to worry about braking line, braking zone, all of that stuff. And I just like the chill vibe of driving. Yeah, it's pretty much the same G in Brazil. I think it's even more like manual cars. I'd say about 80 to 90% are manual cars in Brazil. and then just about maybe 10 to 20% are actually automatic. I'm doing well, Luens. How about yourself, man? Thank you, Tomas. Do I also have BeamNG? Yes, I do. I do have BeamNG, Assetto Corsa Competizione, iRacing. Well, man, you name it, I have it. In terms of... Even GTA 5 works here. Thank you, Will Fiddler. Yes, I can. That's very true. What's the next game I will be playing? I was actually thinking today of driving in Assetto Corsa, but at the last minute I decided not to do that. You're trying to find a Toyota Corolla with a 5-speed manual transmission. I don't think I've ever seen a manual Corolla here in the US. In Brazil, yes. I think most Corollas are manual transmission in Brazil. This is ATS, Sashi Arts. ATS stands for American Truck Simulator. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for answering. You got me covered there. Appreciate it. Yeah, I can drive a car in the game. The only problem, Wrench, is that cars still drive like trucks here. And the developer, SCS, I think it's the name of the developer, they are working on a new DLC that will allow you to drive cars in the game. I'm looking forward to test that. Have I tried No Hesi? Yes, I have. In fact, I am a content creator for them. I think if I add everything, I have many more hours live streaming in No Hesi than I do here in American Truck Simulator. Hello, XTH3X Mods ZX. Called you Hash? Oh man. How should I pronounce your name? Is it Sashi Arts? Should I separate that? Is it a compound, like 2 words into one? Just found a good deal on an S Corolla, 450,000 miles. It's like brand new, except the engine is locked up. So it's not like brand new, man. If the engine is locked up. When Beam? I don't know, that's a good question. I like doing BeamNG at night. I don't know why, I just think it's fitting. But I can go on a live stream one day just playing BeamNG. Yeah, we'll try that. Which I hope is going to be Monday, because I'm going to let you guys know. I am going to have to take the whole simulator apart this weekend. Because I'm going to have to take my whole room apart. I am installing vinyl floor, and I need to install a new vinyl floor here in this room. So that will be something. My RPMs are high, Capex. They're not. So let me explain, because there's a reason why you see them so high. So trucks, diesel trucks in particular, they only go to about this, in this case, to 2200 RPMs. Meaning that if I would have the RPMs showing the actual RPM number, this would be the max. Right now where my gauge is, it would be the max RPMs. Hard to me, like just driving, knowing when to shift, when I'm going to the red zone. So what I did was I calibrated it. It's calibrated to 7500 is 2200. So whenever I am at 2200 RPMs in the truck, I am at 7500 in the gauge. Oops. So that's why. Can I play GTA 5 in my next live stream? I can try. The problem with GTA is that I noticed it kind of holds my live stream back because of language. Especially because I like to play offline. I don't like to play online. And they're always cursing and, you know. And then there's the music and the radio that I had to mute. But I can try. I gotta go back. Like, the problem is every time... just hash. Okay, sorry. So every time I go to play GTA 5, the mods that make the steering wheel work, they're always like changing because Rockstar will release a new version and that breaks the mod, and then, you know, that's always annoying. Calling 09, does the mileage work? Yes, so the total mileage works and the trip odometer also works, but it works in real life. Why am I doing air quotes here? Not because I'm just weird, but the reason is if I drive 40 miles an hour, like the truck is driving at 40 miles an hour for 1 hour, it'll clock 40 miles, right? So that's pretty simple. But the game doesn't clock 40 miles because American Truck Simulator has the world compressed 20 to 1. So every mile that I drive in real life here, it means 20 miles in the game, roughly. So, yeah. Oh, you're going, man? Thank you, Lindo Kool-Aid. Thank you. Okay, so if the car has gauges, does the temperature and time match? Yes, it matches. It matches with anything I want, dude. The thing is, like, I can set up anything. So I can put here, for instance, this is my GPU temperature right now, not the car's water temperature. What's my highest score in No Hesi? I did it online, Sinvane, and it was, I think, like 300 million points. Or billion? No, not billion. Like 300 million points. It was a pretty good score. I won't lie. And I did it online while reading the chat and driving at the same time. So that I was pretty proud of that. Where did you get the dashboard and how much did it cost? So I got the dashboard at a junkyard. Those junkyards that are called pick and pull. And it did cost about $300 for the whole interior. Everything you see here in the interior, it was about $300. And another $400 or so with metal wood, carpet, you know, the carpet, the Arduinos, all the good stuff. Oh, your phone went into safe mode? Dude, what are you doing with it? Oh, they stopped updating the legacy version? But they were updating like up until 2 months ago. Thank you, Monteiro. Can you play European Truck Simulator in my next live stream? I won't promise in my next live stream, Loons, but eventually I'll install it just so I can, you know, drive one day. I promise I will install. I can't promise for the next live stream, which would be tomorrow, because usually my days are pretty busy. And since I'm installing this vinyl floor, as soon as I stop working, I switch modes to vinyl floor installer. No, it was a pretty good, you know, run, man. I was pretty proud, and it was online with people watching. Sorry, I missed your messages, XTH, as I'm trying to merge here. I almost crashed into that car. Yes, I'm streaming on the red app with the play button, and I'm also streaming on the black app, and they're on purple. I'm sorry, the purple app is the only app that the chat window is detached. I'm having some issue with that app. There's an app that consolidates to put together all of the accounts, and it's not just consolidating the purple app, the only thing. Does the blinkers and wipers stick work? Yes. So I can just move the stock. You can't see here on the left. If you were on the red app with the play button, you could see the white screen. But yes, when I put the turn signal, it'll go turn left and then turn right. And I have the hazards here. I should upgrade the Arduinos to ESP32s. They're faster. Yes, they are faster. I do have an ESP32 here on the steering wheel. However, for these guys, it doesn't really matter. They're so fast. Like, I click and it does. Like, whatever I do, these are Arduinos. Now, you're correct in saying that if I would update to the gauge cluster to an ESP32, it could be faster. And I'll eventually do that. How far am I? I am about 200 miles from my destination. I don't know what state, but I'm probably still in Missouri? Yeah, I think I'm probably still there. The green app is the only one that I'm not live streaming. I did live stream a few times there, but I never had anybody watching. And I'm gonna build a streaming PC dedicated for live streaming. So that's the issue. Exactly, that's the problem. I'm not showing the chat there because of that. Purple was kind of still a little bit, oh, you guys can multi-stream, but not quite. And the black app is also a joke, because if you say the name of other places, they'll restrict your live stream. RCSBAMR, when did you build it? I built about 3 years ago, but I have like worked on, this is the third version of this simulator, man. Does a CD player work? Yes, it does work. Dingleberry, does the AC work? No, just the buttons work. All the buttons in the climate control work, but there's no air coming out. That would be more of a party trick for me. Which eventually I think I'll have to do it, because people are always asking me about that. Come to Little Rock. Yeah, I can try to find a cargo there. I've been in Little Rock, Arkansas here a few times in the game, because they do have Little Rock here. Beluga, what are my PC specs? My PC spec is 9950X with a 4090 and 64 gigs of RAM. I blame Jeff Bezos. Yeah, man, that's very unfortunate. Or now Andy Jassy is the CEO there. It is a joke. I don't know why they do that. I mean, let people live stream wherever they want. Or pay me to be exclusive. Like, at least Purple used to do that. You know, like, but now they don't. So, thank you, Renchev, for being in the Red app, because I do need support in the Red app. That's the one I'm trying to focus more right now. So, by you being on the Red app with the play button helps me a lot. Thank you, Khan. Hello. Thank you, Thomas. I agree, it's kind of crazy, and whenever I think about the whole thing, like from afar, sometimes I step back and look at the simulator and go like, dude, this is crazy. And especially like, what the 13-year-old me would have thought if I've seen this. Like, I would have blown my mind when I was younger. You found a Sonata Hybrid on its original battery with 498,000 miles? Dude, something is not original battery? Very unlikely, dude. Does it keep up the miles every time? Yes. The miles here never changed, the main ones. Just the trip odometer will reset every time I turn a new game on. What about my age? I am 43 years old, man. 43. I was born 1981. Ranch, what's the wheel radius rotation? So, I think it can go to about 2,000 degrees. It's whatever Fanatec has its max degree rotation. It's on auto now, meaning if the truck does like 1,050, this will do 1,050. So it's calibrated to the game, but it's automatic. I don't have to do anything. What's the game name, editor? It's American Truck Simulator. It is pretty crazy, Thomas. Oh, welcome to Iowa. Let's stop for a rest so we can turn into daytime. It's 9:39 p.m. in the game. Thank you for the follow through, and Leo. It looks like Euro Truck Simulator. It does look like Euro Truck, but this is the American Truck Simulator. It's the same engine, so that's why it does look very similar. I'll have to turn left here. There is a parking spot right there, so we're going to take advantage of that. Yeah, but everything works. Every single button, even the power seat works. I have a power seat adjustment. So, where do I turn? I think here. Yeah, that was the right place to turn. So we're gonna sleep, and by sleeping, we'll just fast forward to daytime. Let's put it right there. How much all of this, Shikami? So there's two components to this simulator. One component is the car. So whatever makes this simulator special, which is the car, costs just about $700. $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. Thank you for the follow, Kathy and X. I appreciate you jumping on to the Red app. So, as I was saying, about $400 in all the hardware, wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, that kind of stuff. So, it's about $700. Now, if you add everything else, that would be around just, let's see, around $10,000 to $12,000. Right, almost there. Have to move forward a little. Stop the engine. I hate when it, there you go. Parking brake, engine off. Thank you for the follow, guys. I see you guys following. Big J, user, bunch of numbers, Pixie. Alright, let's start the engine. Parking brake off. Now it's daylight, so you guys can see a little better. Oh, you got your gauges. Nice. But you can't find the cam messages? Oh, dude. Can't you use like a DuPont just to tweak it? Boom it. You got a Volvo XC70 2015. Nice, man. Hello to Sweden. So you got the P3. Nice. Can you see the rig? Yes, you can. If you check out my videos, you'll be able to see it. I can't move my camera right now. I'm seated here, and it's not that simple to move my camera around. It's on a tripod and, you know, set up for live streaming. Thank you, Jitan. Thank you, ADZ525. Thank you, man. Bro built a Volvo sim. Yes. I also built a BMW and a Miata, but I love Volvos. I have 3 Volvos in my garage, so I'm a little biased towards them, even though I respect all other cars. Volvo S60R gauges and everything else, Epic Breadwinner. So everything else is Volvo S60R. The premium sound, the stitch it, you know, trim here, the baseball, obviously, and the gauges. What Volvos? So I have 3 Volvos S60. They're all S60. I have one that's 2005 S60R, just like this one, exactly like this one. It has the same navigation. The only difference in my real car is that I don't have the phone module right here. Now, I also have a 2020 Volvo S60 T5. That is the new SPA platform, the one with the Thor's hammer. And I also have the 2022 Volvo S60 in the T8 engine, which is turbo, supercharged, and electric. Has 415 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. It's a pretty cool car. I love that car. Shikami, does the radio actually work? Yes, it does. Not only the CD changer here still works, but I can also put the computer audio coming from here and use the volume knob to change the volume, because it goes to the speakers that are underneath the dashboard. The gauges, the nav screen, and the literal instrument falls off. Okay, man. You got a bunch of problems. How do you make that? There's a tutorial on my Red app with the play button. If you're interested in building one, or just curious on how I built it, you can go to my Red app with the play button and check out my tutorial. You'll find it there. To say it in Spanish, say what, Mumber? Can you tune the radio? Yes. Just can change here the bass, the treble. The balance and the fader don't work because I only have 2 speakers connected. So it's only like, yeah, the balance I can, not the fader. I can just change left and right. But I can tune the radio here just by moving the knob. Obviously, I'm listening now through the headphones, so the sound's not coming from here. Is there any stuff that doesn't work, Shikami? No, not at the moment. Every single thing you see on the dashboard is working. It took me a while, but everything you see works. Everything. Is that a gaming setup? Yes. You're from Colombia. Nice. Thank you, ADZ525, for the hat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. The 5-cylinder sounds so good. I agree, man. My S60R, the real one, has a catless exhaust, and it sounds so beautiful. I love the sound of that car. People call it the mini V10, and it's true. It's like a junior V10. Hello, Barto. Speed up to 90 kilometers an hour. That's gonna be easy. Hey Dan, how you doing? We're merging here onto the highway. Oops. Thank you, Mumber. So we're doing 80, almost 90. As soon as we get off the hill here, because I am flooring. So now we are at about 16 miles an hour, so we're over 100 kilometers an hour. Louisiana open yet? Not yet, man. I'm good. How are you, Dan? Wait, I'm confused. Is this a car setup and I'm driving a truck? Yes, sir. This is a Volvo S60 and I'm driving a truck. Just because I can. Oh, cool. You also have American Truck Simulator. Yeah, I like this game. Todd, hi. G-Man. I don't understand why they stop sometimes. Like this guy, he was pretty much turning and stopped for me, but thank you. I appreciate it. How many gears? That's a very good question, Steely. So I have 6-speed manual transmission in here. But what I did was I changed the game transmission to a 6-speed so it matches. But I don't have high and low here, and it just works. Am I using my car to control the game? It's not a car anymore. It's just the interior of a car that works. You know, all the button works here in game. If you look at my other videos, you'll be able to see what it is. Any video on my profile will show you. Buy a Saab. They're not very common here in the States, man. And they're bankrupt. Oof. Thank you. Yeah, the Volvo gauge has both miles and kilometers, and my Brazilian brain still understands things in kilometers, so I'm getting used to miles though, but I still think in kilometers per hour sometimes. When is my next video? I live stream every morning, G-Man, and I think I'm gonna post a video today in all social media. Yes, even the miles work. California, nice. It must be super early for you, dude. Thank you, Quaito. No, you're not really epic. That is super funny if you're actually doing that, man. I'm not questioning you, obviously, but you could say anything online. But that'd be pretty cool if you're driving a truck, watching the dude driving a truck in a car simulator. Where am I going? I'm going to Iowa, the new state, Dan. What's the DLC? Actually, I am in Iowa already. We're just 46 miles to the destination. Pretty close. If I say G-Man 5 times, you'll donate. Okay, G-Man, 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 and G-Man. I need to buy a streaming PC, so anything will help. I like to keep, the money that I earn from all my social media channels, and they go back to my simulator. So this simulator has been paid off a few times. I bought the triple TVs here with money from the Black app you guys are watching. Thank you, Killswitch. You don't speak English, Bomber? Sorry, man, I don't speak Spanish. I speak Portuguese. É parecido, mas não é a mesma coisa. How's life in America? Pretty good. I mean, people like to make a lot of doomsday news. Things are more expensive, but, aren't they more expensive everywhere? I'm from Brazil, and I hear news that in Brazil things are even more expensive, so I'm glad where I am. Is that a car sim build, or is that a semi-interior? This is a car. Texhoma. This is a Volvo S60R sedan. Really, G-Man? Sorry, man. Wishing you the best. Thank you, Texhoma. You'd love to have a dashboard on your rig. Kill switch, it's actually a lot simpler than people give credit for. You could buy on AliExpress, they sell like pretty cheap LCD screens with controller boards that are HDMI. You can get one of those and just build like a sim hub. This is sim hub, running sim hub right now, and you can just put like in front of you those screens, maybe 3D print a bezel around, and then you can kind of put any kind of dashboard you want. Thank you for the follow, guys. How much was the dash, ethanol? So it was about $300. Everything you see here, interior, was about $300. In my channel, I do have a tutorial where I go over the details. Typho, it was about $700. Dude, you stay right there because I'm next. Just a half dash in center console with triples would be a dream come true. Yeah, man, that would be very nice. And you can have like cut in half. That wouldn't be too hard. Sorry to hear, G-Man. I hope you get better, man. That's a nasty thing. E90. I have an E60 that I built. You can find the videos on my channel. So let's choose the hard one. Why not? Sometimes it's not that hard, sometimes it's very hard. So it's there, so let's see. How much was it cost for everything? So like I said, $700 for the car part and hardware, so wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos. This is what makes the simulator special. Now, everything, if you want to know like how much everything cost, it was about $10,000 to $12,000 in total. if you add everything. But this is me. You can spend a lot less. Where's the parking space? Oh, dude, that's gonna be a hard one. Yeah, that's gonna be a very hard one. Right here. Darn it. All right. Why did I switch? I never switched. This is my main simulator, and the only simulator I'll keep as a main because I prefer Volvos. I prefer Volvos. I built the E60 for a friend of mine, and he had a kid, and he had to take it apart to focus on other things. So I'm finishing the build. I'm gonna get the electronics working, and then I'm probably gonna sell it. Does the horn work? Yes. That's a super high idle on the tachometer. It's actually not. It's calibrated. So line haul, you must know that diesel engines, they usually have very low RPMs, right? So this truck here will max out at not a good parking here, but we'll try. This is a hard parking. Ooh, I think I hit something. Let's try again. Should have just got a real car. AF, you're the first one on the live stream. 53 minutes. We're 13 minutes past yesterday's record. I have 4 cars, kid. I don't need to buy another car. I just want to drive my simulator so I can play whatever I want. I can pretend to be a truck driver. I can pretend to be a Formula 1 driver. I can go to Nordschleife. And it costs a lot less money. Let me give you that. A lot less. Even if you factor everything that I spent, having a track car is way more expensive. I did track. I had a track car, so I would know. Oh, so close. This is a very hard parking spot here. We're gonna have to do it again. No, I'm not blind side back parking. I have triple TVs, my friend, here, so I am looking at the rear view mirrors. That's how I am backing up. And I think we're doing better now. I think we're gonna actually make it. Hey, Rebelt. Keep going, keep going. It's gonna turn green, and it is green. Thank you for the follow, guys. So let me show you guys outside here. That's where we parked. And that was a tough parking spot because I had to come here and kind of back up right there. I can't go that way because there's a building right here, right there. But it worked. So now you guys must be wondering, how do I detach? I just hit comfort. Did I build it myself? Yes, I did, Albert. And not only that, but I share a tutorial on... Really late? Come on. Yeah, I do have a tutorial on my channel. The red app with the play button. So you can find a tutorial on how to put the steering wheel, how to get the Apple CarPlay, how to build the whole thing. Thank you, Beanie. All the money is gonna go towards a streaming computer because my gaming computer is amazing. But still can't handle triple 4K, streaming in 4 places at the same time. So I have to use a streaming computer. Thank you for the follow, guys. Especially if you're on the red app with the play button that I can't say the name. If you guys like the live stream and subscribe, it'll help a lot. You don't have to donate money. I mean, if you want, you can. But, oh, Idaho, that's very far. Cedar Rapids to Waterloo. It's a short ride. Yeah, let's take that. Thank you, Sadimir. Thank you, man. Utah, let's see. Why not? Let me see if there's something to Utah. If we find something, we'll go to Utah. Where's Utah? Yeah, it's far, man. But we'll take it there. Let's see if there's something. Gotta choose where I am. And then let's see if there's Utah. If there's something, I'll take it there. Nebraska, Iowa, Colorado, Texas, Kansas. Oh no, nothing to Utah nearby, man. Sorry. Let's take this short trip here, and then if maybe we find something there, we'll take it. When am I going to play BeamNG? Or you mean BMW? I think BeamNG, is that what you mean? So, probably soon, because a lot of people are asking. I don't promise tomorrow, but I promise soon. Maybe next week. Just tune in. I live stream every weekday from like 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 9:30, 9:40 something. So let's go. Thank you for the follow, guys. Layden, how do you get the speedometer working? So you basically need an Arduino Uno or an ESP32 connected to a CAN bus shield, and then you can have that to connect with your computer with a software called SimHub. This software is what fetches the game data and then sends it over to the Arduino. The only thing that you need, and it's the complicated part, is you need a code in your Arduino that understands the CAN bus language of the speedometer you're talking. Thank you guys for the follow. Alright, it's our turn. Hey, it wasn't your turn, dude. Cars here in this game don't know how to do a four-way stop. Crazy. Thank you for the follow, Gamer Bunny, El Compra Jr., Batista, and Hillary Ficky. I'm telling you, you guys have so many creative handly names. Do we need gas? No, we do not. We have about half a tank. We can do 1,200 miles, so we're good to do this trip. As we're speeding, we're doing 35 miles an hour. It was Benny that was asking me to drive fast. This is fast for a truck, dude. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Den Fede, for the follow. Thank you guys for following. Oh, line haul, right. We were talking about that, and I kind of got distracted. So line haul, the RPMs are not high, but they're calibrated. You see here that it's at about 600 RPMs right now. 600 is the equivalent in my RPM gauge, my tachometer, to 2100, 2200 RPMs. And the reason is, if I show the actual RPMs here, my speedometer, my tachometer will just run from like 600 to 2200, which is a very short movement of the needle, right? So what I did is I calibrated. I told the app that sends the information that whatever is the max RPM that the car that I'm driving has, it is equivalent of the max RPM my RPM can handle, which is I put in the truck 7,500. So I know when I see the needle going towards the 7, I know I have to shift gears. So that's why you see a very high number, not high in the truck. It's just high, calibrated high, so that I can see where it is in relation to the max. So right now, I know that I'm almost at 2,200. There you go. And then I can shift gears, safely. And I don't get distracted with just doing 2,200. That's very little. And the same way, if I'm driving like imagine I'm driving an F1 car, right? It does 15,000 RPMs. Like the idle is like 8,000, 7,000 RPMs. That would mean that my speedometer would just go from 7,000 to, 8,000. And 8,000 is the max it can show. But what I do is I also calibrate. I tell it like, okay, the max is what, 16,000 RPMs? Okay, that's now the new 8,000. And then it calibrates. So that's the only calibration I actually do on my gauge, because the speed is not calibrated. Meaning whatever you see on the speedometer is real speed. So if I drive a car that goes over 160 miles an hour or 260 kilometers an hour, that will max out my RPMs like any real car. So say you tune a car and it goes faster than factory predicted it could, it will just, maxed out. Is that a real car, El Compra Jr.? That was a real car interior. Now it's a game simulator. If you check out my videos, you'll understand what it is. It's just interior. Hello, Car Hub. How you doing? XC90. No, sir. It's a S60R P2. As we're backing up here. Okay, we're good. And there we are. Parking brake. Let's put the trailer back in. Thank you for the follow, Amaya, and I can't see that. Thanos, thank you for the follow. Hello, Brooke. Hello, Valhalla. We're with the Nordic here. It fits the theme, right? I'm driving a Sweden car. Did I make it myself? Yes, I did, Panasonic, and I do have a tutorial on my channel. So if you want to build one, you can check it out. It's on my red app with the play button channel. Do I have a clutch pedal? Yes, I do, Line Hall. I do have a clutch pedal. Preston 101, use an old school truck. Well, 2014 is about 10 years old now, 11 now. It's not an old school, but it's not a modern one either. Thank you, Miso. How did I line up the triple monitors? Dude, don't get me started. Oh man, that's just double clutching. Granny shifting. Do I have one? Yes, Benny, I do. And I'm actually right there right now, and also live streaming in widescreen if you want to see the triple screens. Yeah, but it's hard to align it, dude. And the worst thing is, Car Hub, I'm gonna have to take them apart this weekend because I need to install a vinyl floor on this room, and I'm gonna have to take the whole interior apart. Not everything, I'll just move it around, but I have to take apart my car. Who's my favorite character in Cars? Lightning McQueen. I don't know if I have a favorite. My daughter used to love watching Cars. I don't know. I like Doc. Doc is cool. Maldonado. Is this BeamNG? No, this is American Truck Simulator. Is it realistic driving El Compra Jr.? I mean, I never drove a truck. I heard it's pretty accurate. Oh, we got a bro just buy a car, V1. Hello. I didn't see that. I have 4 cars, dude. I have 3 cars and a minivan. I don't need a car, and I can't do the stuff that I can in my simulator with a car. Like live stream, for instance. You're not supposed to live stream and drive a car. So, yeah. I'm 43 years old, El Compra. Does it speakers? I think you're asking if it has speakers. Yes, it does, Barto. How did I get the dashboard to work with ATS, gamer guys? So it's an Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield that is connected to SimHub, and it fetches the game data and sends it over to the Arduino. What cars do I own in real life? I own 3 Volvos S60s. One is exactly like this one. The same car, the same interior, the same manual transmission, 300 horsepower, all-wheel drive. Pretty cool. It's my garage queen. It stays in the garage most of the time, but I drive it over the weekend. And I also have two other Volvos, which one is the 2020 Volvo S60 T5. I have the 2022 Volvo S60 T8. Thank you, Mustang. The T8 will do 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. It's pretty fast. Pretty cool car also. Then I also have a 2025 Kia Carnival minivan, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. Can you do a tutorial, Cornelis? It's already done. It's on my channel. You know what I mean by channel. If you check it out, you'll see the 45-minute long tutorial, and I go in details. And I am recording the tutorial on the electronics right now. What's my dream car, El Compra? Right now, it would be the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing. Do you do any drifting? I want to learn drifting, Aviation Hub. I don't know how to do drifting yet. I always overcook. Gamer guy, what steering wheel am I using? I'm using a Fanatec Club Sport DD, 12 Newton meters. James, I am going to block you, even if I have to park the truck and block you, so stop spamming, or I will block you. It's your only warning. Is there force feedback on a wheel? Yes, Barto. 12 Newton meters of force feedback. You would love to have a V60 T8. Yes, that would be my next car if I'm considering the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, but I don't know yet. How fast is this truck? Not very fast, V1. It's doing about 60 miles an hour now, and I'm already over the speed limit. For how long did I build this? It took about, 3 weekends, and then I'm working on it for about 3 years. Why not just get a job as a lorry driver? Very simple. I can do this. Go to the restroom, go to work, do whatever, and then I can just go back and continue driving. Pretty cool. Can't do that in a real truck. And it pays a lot less than my real job. Where am I going? I'm going to... I forgot. Is that a real car, Farhad? It's a real car interior. Is that a realistic amount of force feedback? Ooh, I passed? No. Yes, I had to tone my force feedback down to about 70%. Otherwise, it'd be too heavy. And I'm driving a truck with power steering, so. How many miles before you do an oil change? Mr. Paray, it takes about 10,000 miles. Funny enough, every 10,000 miles I drive, the service light will come on and I have to do a process to reset it. What do I do for a living? I work with market research. I'm an executive. And I work from home, so this is my commute to the office. You want a 69 Chevy Impala? That would be a nice simulator. Or a nice car. Mark, what's spamming? There was a guy here just spamming in the text, just in the chat box. Just, saying the same thing over and over. And yeah, that's just annoying. Thank you for the follow, guys. I appreciate everyone that's hitting that follow button and subscribe also on my channel, because I see you guys. Did I build it myself? Yes, I did. And how? There's a tutorial on my channel. So if you go to the red app with the play button in the center, you can find my tutorial. How is your interior so real, my guy? Because it's real. It is real. The real interior. How much did it cost, Ryan? It did cost about $300 in car parts and another $400 in electronics, metal, carpet. This is what makes the simulator special, right? $700 is what I spent to make the interior of the car. A lot of people will go like, well, yeah, but you spent a lot more money with the PC, the TVs. Yes, obviously. But that's not the point. The point is people are asking how much it costs to have, what makes the simulator special. I do, V1, I do have one. It's the same handle. Okay, James Lowe Rodriguez. Parking brake. Let's get the So, let me just get this done. All right, James, you got yourself a ban. James underscore low. Rodriguez. Yeah. Goodbye. All right. Back to our regular programming. Sorry, I might have missed a few messages. What simulator is that? This is the American Truck Simulator. Thank you, man. 0423. Leo, what's this game called? It's called American Truck Simulator. Do I haul chemical tankers? Or just box loads? I don't know. I haul anything that goes anywhere that I want to go. Do I play Truckers MP? No, I never played online. I want to do it one day. How much all of this costs? About $700 in car parts and hardware, like metal, carpet, wood, Arduinos. This is what makes the simulator special. Can you set it up whatever game you want? Yes, I can, Anderson. I can play whatever game I want, as long as it's modern-ish, like 2010 forward. Anything runs. Even older games, depending on how they, react with, actual wheelbases. Even GTA 5 I can play here. Yeah, I know, but that's another work they have to do. Epic. That's just more work for them, and more work for me, but it is what it is. It's just annoying. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Frankie. You usually play after work. I do in the morning because it's my commute to the office. So I got to start working in a few minutes. So it's my commute. Am I done with the setup, BBT? I don't think that's a word you're going to hear from any sim racers. Absolutely not. I'm always trying to improve on something. What's the thing that I'm most proud on the build, Car Hub? That's a good question. I think the fact that my wipers work, that took a lot of work. And I had to figure out how to get those to work. And also some of the additions that I did on my gauge cluster. I'm not a programmer, so I made that work. You want to see me race also with manual transmission? I mean, your best bet, V1, right now is checking out my videos on my channel, because I do go onto the track. I'm usually not live streaming races because that requires concentration and I need to focus on the driving. I'm not like, Jeremy Clarkson that can just drive and talk at the same time. I'll crash. So I usually live stream playing Truck Simulator because I can read the chat, talk to you guys, and still do an okay job. Bentley, yes, I do have a lot of dedication. I think sometimes I have too much fun building it. But I enjoy building just as much as I enjoy playing. Oh, gotta turn right. Which country am I from? I'm from Brazil originally. I was born in Brazil, I was raised in Brazil, and I've been living in the US in, 10 years and a few months now? Just about. Ooh, jackknifed it? I did that a few times here in the simulator. It didn't get me fired. Thank you, Cryptus. Thank you, Baxter, for following. Thank you, Curtis, for the heart, man. I really appreciate that. What happens if I crash, BBT? Not much. In this particular game, it'll just increase the damage here in my truck, and that's it. Yes, I do have a BMW also. A BMW E60 simulator. General, just get a license, bro. That's cute. I have a driver's license for 25 years and I never had not even a parking ticket. Can you say that? Not even a parking ticket. Never had a ticket. Not one. And I drive quite a lot. Norway, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Tobias. How much longer am I going to live stream? It's 9:14 a.m., so I'd say another 25 minutes or so. We're gonna deliver this cargo, and I'm gonna take one more job, and then probably I'm gonna stop for the day. Do you actually know how to drive a real manual, or is just a sim? Yes, Mbare, I do have the exact same car in manual transmission in real life in my garage. And since I'm from Brazil, I learned how to drive manual cars. I was born in Brazil, and 90% of cars in Brazil are manual. So it's not like a flex. It's just the way they are. Why don't you be a truck driver in real life so you can also earn money, Matthew? Because it doesn't make any sense what you're saying. It's like seeing me playing Call of Duty and asking why I don't become a soldier to earn real money. I have a job, an office job that pays me super well. I can do my work from home, and I can play my game. How do you even begin getting the dashboard to sync up, Isaac? So you need an Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield that talks to SimHub. Aviation sim? Like, really, dude? Coming from an aviation sim? Aw, man. Why do you go and play on a flight simulator when you can do this in real life? I do this in real life. I don't do trucking in real life because, well, I don't need to. And in fact, I do even play a flight simulator, and I fly Cessnas, Cessna 150. You can find a few videos right there where you are of me flying my Cessna. Not mine. It was the school's Cessna, but I did fly. I have about 70 hours on a Cessna. I'm in your city, Gavin? It's funny because eventually I'll be driving and I don't tell where I am, and people actually recognize the place and say, oh, you're driving in my city, this is whatever, and then I go like, yeah, right here. Pretty cool. Does your key start working on your sim? No, it doesn't. I don't have a key anymore here. It was on the steering column and I don't have the steering column anymore. So the clutch, etc. is working. Yes, it is. There's a clutch, brake, and accelerator. How long did it take to build this? It took about 3 weekends, but I'm working on it for about 3 years now, 2 years and a half. Does the radio work? Yes. Is content creation your full-time job, or do you have another job? No, man, it's not my full-time job. I do have a full-time job that I work. I work from home, and content creation is just my, hobby. I play my game, and I share my work with everybody else. I teach people how to build the simulator and do all of that. Farming sims. I'll check it out one day. Do I have a flight simulator too, though? No. What I do is I can make this car become a flight simulator. So I have the Captain Thrustmaster Thrust joystick, and I also have the joystick. I have a little table here on my left, and I have a screen here that becomes my instrument. So, for instance, when I did my cross-country flight on the real Cessna, I did practice a lot here on my simulator. And, it was very helpful. Because Flight Simulator is at a point right now where you can find your, points of interest. You can actually do navigation just by looking outside. And that's pretty amazing if you think about it. Even the radio. I was doing the radio because I was doing that, I forgot their name now, where you talk to real people on the radio. Why doesn't it show real RPM mind augas? Sorry, I'm butchering your name, but the reason is very simple. The real RPMs on a diesel truck are only up to about 2200 RPMs. So if I would show the actual number here, this wouldn't move a lot. This would be right here at 2200, and then it would go to 600. So this is not a good range for me to know when I have to shift gears. So that's why I calibrated my RPM gauge for the truck, that once it's at 7500, that's equal to 2200. So this is why the RPMs move. I'm looking to the needle, not to the number, if that makes sense. Hey, Mo. Do I have children? Yes, I have a daughter. She actually likes playing, but she likes playing BeamNG. As I think most kids, they love crashing cars. I would love crashing cars when I was a kid. Peyton, that's not wrong. You have a diesel truck. This diesel truck has about 3,000 RPMs as the top. You see there, right in the center? 3,000 RPMs is the max RPM on this gauge cluster. However, look what's going to happen when I floor it. It's going to get stuck in 2,100 RPM. So it doesn't go anymore. I'm not controlling the RPMs. And that's why it goes to about 7,500. You see? Not wrong. All right, let's park. I don't know if I moved forward enough. I have to go a little bit more forward. I think this should be good if I don't crash into this truck box here. Alright, a little more, otherwise we'll knife it, and we don't want to do that. I think we're good now. Start straightening up. We'll have to go forward and back a couple times, because I think I went too far now. In case you guys are wondering, I have triple TVs here, but that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the side view mirrors. Is that a Volvo cluster? Yes, it is, Polish. It is a Volvo S60R cluster. All right. Coming along. I know I'm not the fastest. Show you the truck outside. I will in just a second. I'm just parking. Might need to go back and forth one more time. Okay, let me show you guys. So this is the outside of the truck, and that's where I'm parking. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see the white line. So yeah, right there. Go a little bit back, and then I'll have to go forward and kind of straighten it up. Alright, just going forward now and then back. There we go. Straight. And la la la. Thank you for the follow, guys. And it's green. Put the parking brake on. Let me show you guys outside. Oh, I stalled the truck. Forgot in reverse. Alright. And there it is. Parked. And then I just hit comfort and it will detach. The game is called American Truck Simulator, Julius. I'm not looking at the comments. I am looking at the comments. Sometimes I miss because I am looking at the comments from 4 places. The purple app, the red app with the play button widescreen, the red app with the play button vertical, and the black app where you are at right now. How does the odometer and other stuff work? Arduinos, man. Arduinos are the key to the world. Get a job here. Let's find Waterloo. We're going down. We have about 20 minutes, so we're gonna have to take a short one. Maybe too short, but that pays well. It's about $90 a mile. Yeah, we'll take that one. I just hope it's not a wide. Okay, yeah, we can do this. It's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be heavy, Doc. Thank you, your boy. What can I play on this? Anything I want. Am I playing in my car? No, this is a simulator. I can play any game. In fact, I play Jurassic World Evolution sometimes. But then I use my desk. The computer is also hooked up to a desk. And in terms of, obviously, the car, I can play any car racing game from like 2000s forward. Hey, thank you, man. Hope to see you again, Barto. Are there routes from New York City to LA? No, man. Andreas, the problem is they're still adding the states out east, and New York City is far east. What's my graphics card? I have a 4090 here for the game. I have a 4090 with a 9950X 3D. Is the Volvo wheel connected to a wheelbase like Moza Fanatec? Yes, Alex, it's connected to a Fanatec Club Sport DD with 12 Newton meters. A Broke Gaming, can you join me? I'm offline, my friend, but, well, drop a comment. Maybe we'll try to hook up on a multiplayer. Yeah, the PC is beefy, Embre, but can you believe it that running triple 4K, even with this computer, I can't live stream from this computer. I have to live stream from another computer. My CPU is AMD, yes, 9950X 3D. 12K for TS, yeah, nah, dude, do the math. I have a 4090, a 9950X 3D, a very beefy motherboard, a very beefy system overall. I have triple TVs, 4K, 120 Hertz. I have Philips Hue. I have, well, the simulator is cheap. It's about $700 to buy parts and the rest. I have a butt kicker. I have the Fanatec Club Sport DD. I have the pedals. I have the H pattern here. I have all the Arduinos. There's a bunch of stuff. So yeah, just about, man. Yeah, right now the 9950X 3D is, I think, one of the best CPUs. I think there's an Intel that's doing a little better on the points, but only after they really like do those overclocking things. But for day-to-day, like if you just need to install a CPU and play and do things, the 9950X 3D is your best bet. Cornelis, I heard that a few times, man. Can you stop saying that, please? Yeah, the 9800X 3D is also a very good one. The reason why I have the 9950X 3D is because I also do other stuff for content creation, so that's the only reason. Otherwise, I'd get the 9800. Thank you, Tammy. 7900X, gotta turn there, well, XTX. That's the same GPU I bought for my daughter on her gaming computer, but she has a 5800X 3D. Where the wheel from? It's a Fanatec. Which map am I playing? It's American Truck Simulator. So it's their map, the original map. You had a PXN V9. How'd you like it? The PXN guys wanted to sponsor me for a while, but I don't want to change my simulator from the Fanatec. Hey, 2005 BMW E46. Thank you for the follow, man. You don't like NVIDIA? Yeah. Well, I like both. It just depends on the price and everything. But how'd you get the Volvo wheel? So if you go to my channel, and you can find the link there on the black app that you are right now, you'll find a tutorial on how to get the steering wheel connected to Fanatec. It also works with Moza and other. Does the fuel gauge go down? Yes, Daniel, it does. It's actually about a quarter of tank right now, and the miles to empty also is correct and showing. Thank you, 2005 BMW. Thank you, man. Did you see my BMW E60 that I built? It came from a 2005 BMW 535i. Do I like Saab? Yeah, I like Saabs. They're not very common here in the States, but I do like them. Do I have a tutorial for the whole setup, shifter, dash, everything? Yes, I do. It's on my channel right now. A 45-minute long tutorial. In-game, how much do you pay for fuel? Ooh, I don't remember, but it's like 600 bucks to fill up the tank. I don't recall. The game is called American Truck Simulators. Do I work on cars? I do not. I mean, I play with my own cars in the garage, but I don't work on them. I do my maintenance. I did change the rod bearings on my engine once, but I don't work on them like professionally. How much the price of this simulator? It was about $700, and what makes the simulator special? So $300 in car parts, another $400 or so in hardware. So Arduinos, you know, metal carpet, all that stuff. Is it a modded car in the game, or am I driving a truck? I'm driving a truck. Do I have the car mods for ATS? I do not, Arsenic. I'm waiting to till they release the official one, because they're working on it. Thank you, Daniel. And I hope they release soon. And I hope it doesn't drive like a truck, because I've seen people driving the car mods and they drive like a truck, which is kind of weird. So I've been driving trucks here on the truck simulator, which makes sense. Yes, all the stocks work, so I can just use the turn signal, and that's what I'm using. You can't see it on the app you are right now, but if you were on the red app with the play button, you can see the widescreen, and you can see me using the stock to turn on the turn signal. Hey, Mzungu, I'm doing well. How are you doing, man? Can I drive sports cars? Yes, I can drive any car in any game. Like Assetto Corsa has a very good library of mods. When does the car come out? I don't know if I understand this part of the question, but what car is it? This is a Volvo S60R. No worries, man. I usually let people know, like, stop spamming, and then if they don't stop spamming, then I have to block, but I like to avoid that. Yes, Daniel, I can. However, the problem is I can't read the chat this, well, when I'm live streaming and driving, like, sports cars. I can drive, like, on Shotoku, then I can talk, but if I'm, like, on a racetrack, then it gets a little bit hard for me. How much did I spend on this game setup, Triple? So I spent about $400 in hardware and another $300 in car part, which adds up to about $700 for the, you know, what makes the simulator special. Hey Cornelius, thank you, man. Appreciate that. How many trips you did so far? You mean today? I think this is the third. I think it's the third. I took like short trips today. I'm gonna take a very short one. It's a very heavy load, which is not available anymore. Oh, darn it. That's okay. Let's go to there. New York City. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it, but where's my trailer? Right there. What's my favorite simulation game, E? Right now, I think I have top three games. American Truck Simulator, BeamNG, and Assetto Corsa. I like all three of them. This is tight. The Buzz DLC released soon for ATS. That should be fun. I have to install ATS here. A lot of people ask me about it. I think it's fair. Have I ever tried city car driving? I have not. Is it good? Alright, so we're gonna take this, I don't know, accessory for farming equipment. Bro, is this a PC or a PlayStation? It's a PC, man. You can't do all this stuff with a PC or with a PlayStation, unfortunately. And turn, because this is gonna be kind of tight, but that's okay. We're clear. Lucian, absolutely. You have a P2R, you know that the turning radius is a total joke. I think it's the only weak spot on that car. Which P2R do you have, man? What year and color combo do you have? Did it take very long to download everything? No, downloading is not the worst part. Do I ever play ETS or just ATS? Only ATS at the moment, but eventually I'll get the ETS too, so. Oh, you have a P3 now. Nice. Yeah, I do have the P2R 2005 in black with the Nordcap seats and M66 transmission with the Spaceball. But I also have two SPA platforms. I have the SPA 2020 T5 and the 2022 T8. What's the hardest part about the whole programming? Oh, Daniel, the programming. I'm not a programmer. So everything you see here was done using ChatGPT. Everything. Aside from the gauge cluster, that was a guy that shared the tutorial online and I downloaded the code. However, I improved the code using ChatGPT. Hello, Andre. Flightbrick S60R. There we go. It's the same as here. You can find it on the red app with the play button. Stop means stop. Do I see myself owning a truck? No, Happy. I mean, it's pretty cool and all, but no, I don't see myself owning a truck. I think it's pretty cool. Do I drive trucks in real life? No, I don't. Never driven a truck in real life. Oh yeah, the XC90 also has a very limited turning radius. But the P2R's turning radius is a joke. Yes, I can. It would be good. I don't know, I'm still learning, especially the maneuvering part. And we're going over the speed limit. We didn't get a ticket today again. I think it's the third day in a row that I don't get a ticket. I should put one of those signs, like, I've been 3 days with no violations, traffic violations here in game. Hey, Filfer, what's up? Thank you, man. Why don't I drive in real life? And where did you come up with the conclusion that I don't drive in real life, Luis? Just because you see me playing on my simulator? While I'm commuting to my home office? A pretty weird assessment. So if you see somebody playing Call of Duty, you're gonna say, why don't you go to war in real life? I see your point. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah. Thank you, Filfer. Filver. I'm sorry, not Filfer. Filber. I butcher a lot of handles here. Well, yeah, it's a hobby. Everybody plays simulator as a hobby, unless you're Verstappen and you actually drive an F1 car, or you're a pilot and you actually fly airplanes, like a commercial airline pilots, because general aviation, you don't have to fly a simulator. I have just about 25 years of experience driving. I have my driver's license for this amount of time, and I never had a ticket in real life. Not even parking violations. I don't know, Cody. That's a good question. That's a very good question, actually. It's very valid. I've heard from people who drive trucks that the game is very accurate in parking. I don't know if it's accurate in driving, but in parking, yes. I heard that if you learn how to park here, you're gonna be able to learn and do it in real life. Do the hazard button work? Yes. What a interior and with car game. So I think you're asking, the game is a truck, the Volvo VNL 2014, and as for the car is a Volvo S60R 2005. What car do I own in real life? I own 3 Volvos S60s. So one is a 2005 S60R, just like this one, in manual transmission. I own a 2020 Volvo S60 T5, and I own a Volvo S60 2022 T8. And also in the family here, because my wife drives the minivan, it's a 2025 Kia Carnival. I never did the MP version of the BeamNG game. Oh, thank you. Shiki Perry. Yeah, I play Assetto Corsa a lot. If you watch my videos, you'll see me playing. There's a lot of videos with it, but I like to live stream here on American Truck Simulator. It just allows me to talk to you guys better, and yeah. Do you have a phone charger in this car? Yes, it's right here. So I converted the cigarette lighter to 2 USBs, and the bottom one is actually connected straight to the power outlet, so it charges really fast. Why is the gas mileage decreasing so fast, Anthony? That's a very good question and very well noted. So the reason is the odometer is working like in real life. So if I'm driving 60 miles an hour for 1 hour, it'll clock 60 miles. Pretty simple. But this is actually coming from the game, and the game is compressed 20-to-1. So every mile I drive here, that will go down just about 20 miles. So that's why it's going down so fast. What's the name of this game? American Truck Simulator. How much did I pay for everything? So for what makes the simulator special is about $700. So $300 in car parts, another $400 in hardware, electronics, metal, carpet, wood, you know, that kind of stuff. But I did spend way more if you consider like the wheelbase, the computer, the TVs. I have 3 triple 4K TVs here. I have 180-degree field of view here, so a little bit more money. But you don't have to go that big. You can just spend a lot less money. Did I install the interior? Yes. I have a tutorial on my channel. Do I have audio? Yeah. What do you mean audio? You mean like music? Probably you can hear the music. Like there's music. And the truck is playing. Yeah, I do have audio. If you're asking about the radio, yes, the radio works. Does the AC work? The buttons do work, all of the buttons. But the air is not coming out of here because I don't need it. I could easily just hook up a fan there, but I don't need it. Electricity? It's a good question. No, I don't think it changes much. Just a computer in the end of the day with 3 TVs. The rest is pretty, pretty low consumption. Does that Volvo get good gas mileage? The fuel tank is huge on this truck, Johnny. But I don't think it's getting what, I think it was like 1. Let me see, how many miles per gallon is it doing right now? I can change here on my information wheel. 0.4 miles per gallon. That's pretty bad mileage. Yeah, that's not good mileage at all. Yeah, and we are about 6 minutes to our destination. Dorkman, I think there are, but the problem is I can't live stream with, real radio stations because they play real, like copyrighted music. So I just put on Spotify, just a playlist that is copyright free. What map is, this is the vanilla map. This is all the DLCs in the vanilla map, LFC. Thank you for the follow, Shanuz. Would I want to get an actual CDL? No, man. I just have fun here in the game. I respect truck drivers a lot, but it's a tough job. It is a tough job. You have to travel, stay away from home very long. That's not with me. There are no lights. Yes, there is lights. The only problem, Julius, is that I have triple TVs here and 2 big lights to light up the whole thing. So the camera has to adjust the exposure, and whatever is not as bright as the TV will look a lot dimmer. So that's why, when you look at the cluster here, it looks like it's, there's no lights, but it is. It's very bright, in fact, me. What is my face? I have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, just like everybody else. And it's starting to rain here. Duck, yes, it will. The fact that the RPMs are so high, it's because it's calibrated. So, as you know, diesel trucks only go about 20. This one in particular goes to 3,000 RPMs, and it maxed out at 2,200. So if I would use the actual number here, the needle wouldn't even move. Pretty much would just stay from like 600 to 2,200. So what I do is I calibrate it. I tell the game, like, send the information as 7,500 when it's at 2,200. So what you see right now is a 4,000 RPM, but in fact I'm driving at about 1,100 RPM in the truck. Do I press the middle of the steering wheel to honk? No. So there's a button on my turn signal stalk that is for information. That's the button I press for the honk. Because as you can see here, there's no airbag and there's no horn. And yeah. Do I ever crash? Yes, I did crash a few times actually during live stream, especially when I'm trying to explain things. See you later, Cornelius. Gonna have to change lanes here. So. How I made the setup, not Emil's. I have a tutorial on my channel. Euro truck? No, this is the American truck. How do they build this? There's a tutorial on my channel. You can check it out. Thank you, LFC. Thank you, man. I think the rain stopped. That was quick. What's my age? I have 43 years old. Do I have air conditioning? Yes, I do. I'm in my house. The vent is blowing air on me. Am I from Australia? No, I'm from Brazil. How much was the setup? It was about $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware, metal, carpet, wood, that kind of stuff. No, not on the dash. The buttons do work. Every single button you see here does something. Like, for instance, it rolls down. Let me go back inside. It rolls down the window. It goes up. But the air is not blowing from here because I don't need it. It would be just a party trick if I would have it. Do you have lots of mods like in Steam Workshop? I do have some. Not a lot. Thank you for the follow, guys. Game name, please. American Truck Simulator. What car do I have in game? I'm driving a Volvo VNL 2014. It's a truck, not a car. Does the truck get damaged if you hit? Yes, Daniel, it does. In fact, you can see the damage here. I can get it bigger for you. Oops. As long as I don't crash here. I'm trying to show you. So you see the Apple CarPlay now. You see the 11%. That's the damage on the truck right now. Although it's considering tires, transmission, engine, you know, everything. So the whole setup was $700. Yes, the whole setup, the part that makes the setup special. Not the TV, the wheelbase, the PC, all that kind of stuff is separate. And that was pretty expensive. But the part that makes the simulator special, yes. And I would just blown my transmission if this was real life, because instead of going to fourth gear, I went to second gear, if you guys noticed. Do I have force feedback? Yes, I do. 12 Newton meters. Elif, what's the game called? American Truck Simulator. Wait, is that real? No, sir, it's not. Yes, I do. Yes, this is a game. We're almost there. I think the next exit is our exit. Did I personally build it? Yes, Yusef, I did. There's a tutorial on my channel. Will you crash, please? I will not. Unless you send me a galaxy. Then I can crash. Thank you, MSY, for following. Yeah, it's a beautiful truck. Too bad it's at night, so you guys can't see that well, but you can see it. Wolves Landscaper, howdy. All good, man. How about yourself? Dorkmund, I mean, it depends. I use the 12 Newton meters because I use a big steering wheel and heavy. And even still, I have to lower the output. It's about 70% right now. Otherwise, it's too heavy. And it's not realistic to a truck, for instance. You know, power steering is real. And I'm not driving an F1 car here. So, too heavy if I leave it at 12. What's the max speed of this truck? I don't know. Officially, it shows 80. About 90 miles an hour. I think I did 100 once. Yeah, sure. Jelly. Send it over. I'll just deliver and go crash. Oh, okay. You got it. We're gonna crash. Let me just deliver this cargo. Yes, I gotta crash. I'll keep my word. Do you clutch control when you're in traffic? Yes, I always use the clutch. I don't have that floating gears, what they call. Let me just park here. We're gonna do a quick parking and just crash because I promised. My good friend here, Jelly, that sent me a Galaxy. All right, let's go as fast as we can and then crash. Is that good for you? How long did it take to get the buttons? It took about, 3 generations of climate control things here. So let's go back to the highway. All right, so let's go top speed and get this baby crashed. Let's see if we can get a rollover. Can you get this game on mobile? Is your setup real car? Yes, it was from a real car. And we'll go fast all the way to the road just to keep within the promise, but I'll crash on the road, I promise. It didn't drift. I tried. Hey, Itchy! How you doing, my friend? I sent a few messages on your live stream. Didn't see me. I got a crash. Our friend Jelly Edibles here sent me a Galaxy and he wants me to crash, so I'll keep my side of the promise. Can I get pulled over for speeding? I cannot get pulled over, but I get a ticket, just like I did get a ticket for speeding. Not for speeding. For going on a red light. What is this car? This is a truck. We're doing 70. We'll see how fast it can go. I never tried. 81. 6 gear. And we'll crash. Just got to figure out how I'm going to crash. Let's see. 90 miles an hour. So we're topped out on the speedometer here of the truck. 92. So he goes faster. Oh, it's a Volvo S60R. So let's... You want me to crash on an exit or on another car? I'll let you choose. 94 miles an hour. That's the fastest it can go. At least on a flat ground. 95. The steering wheel is shaking. Literally. Like I feel the vibration. Most destruction. Okay, so I think I gotta roll over. But we'll try to go like full send on an exit. There's an exit coming right up, so let's see. Oh, that doesn't count. There. It is. It's a Volvo S60 V70R. How much damage did we get? We're at 18% right now. That's a lot of damage. Awesome, Jelly. Thank you for the Galaxy, man. Alright, so let me find a parking spot and stop the truck because I gotta end my live stream. I'm just at my time limit here. Do I have real AC? I have in the house, not in the car. Why ruin an X60 V70R just for the dash? S4C4. Dude, this car was going to be crushed. I literally arrived at the junkyard and they had the forklift on its way to pick up this car and go to the crusher. I do have a S60R in my garage in perfect condition. It has 100,000 miles on it. It's the also Spaceball, and actually this Spaceball came from my actual S60R. So I saved this S60R, not destroyed it. Got a triple back Back-to-back rollover. Yeah, that was an interesting crash, and it self turned back up, so that's good to know. Did you at least save the engine and transmission? I did not save the engine and transmission on that one, and the reason was because I didn't have anywhere to put it, and I asked the junkyard to keep it for a little longer so I could take it off, but they, you know, the car was there for months and months on end, and nobody even touched it. What do you mean ending the live stream, DFX? I gotta end it, man. I gotta go to work. I work from home, but what engine does the S60R has? It has the 2.5 liter turbo with the 300 horsepower. I do have to swap my engine though, and I think I'll swap for the T5 engine. I can go there, or am I just driving? Do you ever play other games? Yes, I do. I play Assetto Corsa and BeamNG. Oh, oops. All right. Let me just go back, and I'm gonna park the truck, and I'll fix it later. Alright. Parking brake on. We need to fuel up the car, the truck. There aren't a lot of them. No, there aren't, unfortunately. What do I do for work? I could answer generically. I work with market research. I'm an executive for a very large company. You think they're reliable engines? No, I think the S60R engine is not a reliable engine. They have a tendency to crack the cylinder head because they kind of, in order to make more power, they just thinned out. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's more prone for S4C4 just. Yeah, you can put a brace, but there's a lot of debate on whether that will prevent it from cracking or not. My engine now has another problem. The previous owner tuned the crap out of it, so the rod bearings just kind of gave up on it. The hazards? Yeah, I can put the hazards on. Sorry, I forgot to do that. You're right. I'm still hopeful about Assetto Corsa Evo, Roku. I'm hopeful. You got an R3 bundle. Nice, man. Congrats, dude. Oh, those are not common here in the States. D5, it's very hard to find. I don't think I've ever seen a D5 engine here in the States. Have we broke down? No, we didn't. I just gotta end the live stream. I'm just chatting right now. But gentlemen and gals, I don't know if there's any girl here, but thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys spending time here with me and being passengers on my crazy truck. Thank you for the Galaxy Jelly, and I saw you followed, so I am really appreciative of that. Thank you, man. But I will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m.-ish, and we'll live stream about the same time. And I hope to see you guys on the next live stream. And if you're not following, hit the follow button before I go so you can find my live stream again. Check out my other videos on my channel. Also, check out my tutorial on my red app with the play button if you haven't seen it yet. So I do have a 45-minute long tutorial on how to build it, how to get the hardware all set up. And I'm working on the tutorial on how to get the electronics working. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. I hope to see you. Have an awesome day. Chill.